Hey everybody. So I decided to do a Q&A. I we receive countless private messages to our Facebook page, calls to the club directly, uh, DMs on our Twitter, questions on Discord, all of that sort of stuff. So a lot of times it's the same questions over and over and over again. So I want to try to answer some of those questions uh, in this video so that I can direct people to this video to get as many answers as possible for the questions that they have. So the first question is, are we open? And as of now, we are not completely open. Our amenities are not open. But every Friday and Saturday from 3 p.m. until 9 p.m., you can come in and buy all of the things that you would normally buy while you're there that maybe you can only get at the club or that you don't know where else to get. Lube, man fuel, also known as max fuel, things like that. Or if you make a purchase of one of those items on our online shop, you can come in during those hours to pick it up if you don't want to have it shipped to you. The next question is, when are you reopening? So as of right now, we don't know that answer. That's why we can't give you a definite answer. We could technically open anytime we want, but we've decided not to because we don't think that it's the safe and responsible thing to do for you and for our staff. However, we are talking about it. We're talking about it frequently. We've got a little group text thing with the owners, the management team, and myself, and we talk about it a lot. We're keeping an eye on the case numbers, which are going down, but they're still higher than they were in the summertime. And we're taking a look at the vaccinations, how many people are getting vaccinated, all of that sort of stuff. We had, full disclosure, we had originally talked about reopening on March 1st or 2nd or something like that. But we came to the decision that that was still too soon. So it will not be at the beginning of March, but we're keeping an eye on things, and as of right now, our goal, our hopeful goal, is April, the beginning of April. However, if things haven't improved enough, we might not be able to do that either. We'll see. It really just depends on the case numbers and just kind of what's going on in the world, and whether or not we think that it's safe enough to do if we include, preventative measures and things like that. The next question, which I've been receiving a lot lately, is, what is Double Scorpio? Double Scorpio is a brand name. Google it. The next question. Do you take credit and debit cards? Yes. So some of you who have been to the club many times may think that this is a silly question. However, it's a question that we get quite a lot. You do not have to pay in cash. We do take credit and debit cards. Or if you prefer to pay in cash but you only have a credit or debit card, we have an ATM right at the front window. So either way, however you want to pay, we don't accept Venmo or Cash App. The next question, will memberships be extended? And the answer to that is yes. We will do the same thing that we did last time. and extend any active memberships by the amount of time that we were closed. The next question is, how do I become a member? That's easy. You do that when you arrive. So if you've never been before and you've never had a membership with us, when you arrive, you have two options. And the first option is to buy a 1-day membership. And that gets you in the door that day with the purchase of a locker or a room. And that is $10. Or if you would like to become a 6-month member, you can do that as well. And that is about the cost of between 3 and 4 one-time visits. So if you plan on coming more than 4 times within the next 6 months, it's better to get the 6-month membership. And then when you have that, when you arrive, the only thing that you have to pay for is a locker or a room, and you don't have to pay that one-time membership every time. The next question is there a bar? We get this question all the time, especially from people that Google gay bar and Club Pittsburgh comes up in the search results. The answer is no. We are not a bar. We do not have a bar. And we are just a bathhouse. The next question is, I've never been there. What should I expect? That question we get more than anything else. And that exact phrasing as well. I can't even count how many times we've gotten that question. It's a difficult question to answer. So there are a lot of pieces to that question and a lot of variables. The first thing is, do you know what a bathhouse is or a sauna? And if the answer to that is no, then I would definitely suggest that you Google that and do a little bit of research. Because in order to know what to expect, you have to know what the place is that you're walking into. And basically, once you have that understanding, the way that I like to describe what we are and what we do is we are a venue for you to use however you see fit. We have a hot tub, we have a steam room, we've got a dry sauna, we've got a gym, we've got showers, we've got a rooftop deck that you can lay around and get some sun on. You should expect to come and relax and use those amenities and see then if it feels right to meet people or to talk to somebody, make new friends. The last question is something that I get asked quite a bit in varying forms, different situations, but basically the nutshell version is, like, I'm a heavier guy, or I'm short, or I'm small. Am I going to be welcome there? Is anybody going to want me? So the answer is, I don't know. I can't speak for the people that are there right now. But from the experience that I've gained being in that building for the last 6 years, I can tell you that those things shouldn't prevent you from coming in. And generally, anybody that wants to meet somebody does meet somebody. A lot of times when I'm in that building, I am just sort of wandering around and monitoring the overall temperature and the music volume and the lighting and making sure that everybody's okay. And oftentimes I've seen somebody, sitting in the lounge room down on the second floor by themselves, and I'll strike up a conversation with them, and they'll be like, nobody's, I'll be like, are you having a good time? And they're like, not really. Nobody's really into me. And I'll be like, well, why do you think that is? And they'll be like, well, because I'm a bigger guy and I'm kind of small and, that kind of stuff. And what I had noticed was that that person had spent the majority of the night sitting by themselves in that room with a scowl on their face. But somebody who was twice as heavy and just as small has been bouncing from room to room to room, getting all the attention that they want. So, in my opinion, it doesn't all have to do with your age or body type or size or things like that. It has to do with how you present yourself and whether or not you are putting yourself out there. Because if you sit in the corner by yourself all night long with a scowl on your face and you are completely unapproachable, then that may very well be the reason that you're not meeting new people. Put yourself out there a little bit and see what happens. Don't be afraid to get rejected. Not everybody in the bathhouse is going to find you attractive. Not everybody's going to find me attractive. Not everybody's going to find what I consider to be an attractive guy attractive. Everybody gets rejected, and that's okay. Okay, and that's it. So, I covered some of the most frequently asked questions, and some of them are specifically related to right now because of the pandemic. If there are other general questions that you would like to see answered that I did not cover, I'd be happy to make another video. Feel free to comment on this video, send us a message on Facebook, DM us on Twitter, hit up our Discord server, however you would like to get that question to us, feel free. You can also email me directly at jason@clubpittsburgh.com with any questions or concerns at any time. We hope to see you soon. I can't wait until we reopen. I'm bored as hell. I want to throw a giant blacklight party. It's going to be awesome. But we gotta wait until it's a little bit more safe. So stay safe. Stay healthy so that I can see you again when we do reopen, and take care.